We are only days away from a new bottom. With that being said, are we going to keep on going down? Are we going to keep on going up? We're going to be talking about this a little bit later in this video, but I want to start off with top 7 stocks to invest in, especially right now with a lot of stocks being undervalued. A lot of these ones are undervalued, so keep that in mind. But having a long term is probably the best thing you could do as an investor. On this channel, I cover a lot of trades, day trades, swing trades, and long term. So in this video, we're going to be going through some long term. Then after that, we're going to be going through some news and what to look for next week in the stock market. So this is going to be top 7 stocks and also a market outlook right after that. So to start, we're going to start off with Microsoft. So recently we have hit almost a new low and kind of bypassing that low right now in Microsoft. But why is Microsoft a good stock to get into? So Microsoft continues to dominate the enterprise software market and has made significant strides in cloud computing and AI. This company's cloud platform has been gaining more market share, and strategic investments in AI technologies has strengthened its position. With a strong balance sheet and a consistent dividend growth, Microsoft offers both stability and growth potential. So Microsoft is on that list to invest in, especially for your long term. And you can even do some short term trades. If you guys are a day trader, you guys can get those. Maybe play it like short first, like short the stock if you can see it break these levels. Because if you see it break these levels, we could see it down probably that 360 level. So short term trading and long term trading, honestly, is great. With that being said, keep in mind that before you guys invest in any of these, I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own research before investing into these. But these are great stocks for your long term. Next one, of course, everybody talks about it, is Nvidia. Nvidia is looking great, especially at that 109 level. I'm personally already going to be buying some more. I have some shares at 104 right now. And if it goes below that $100 level, I'm going to be looking at Nvidia below that $100 level, and I'm going to be loading up even more. And if it even breaks below that $100 level, I'm just going to be dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging in this time of trading is your best friend because you can make a lot of money, especially in the long term. Nvidia is kind of, a lot of people are saying it can hit 150. Some people are saying 200 and some people are saying 250. So Nvidia is a great one to look at. If you guys don't know what Nvidia is, they're basically in the forefront of the AI revolution. And basically, if you guys seen last year, this thing went up by like 140% or higher. So it's providing essential hardware for AI applications across various industries. The company's GPUs are basically great for data centers and everything that you need. If you think about ChatGPT, the robots coming out, autonomous vehicles, and everything, NVIDIA is leadership in AI. And if you look at the market cap for AI in general, it is in the trillions. So this is one stock to look at and to keep on your mind and on your radar, because NVIDIA is honestly never going to die. I mean, we see big volatility right now, but it's just overall with the market uncertainty, with the tariffs and the trade war. So keep that in mind. Next one is Eli Lilly. So this one is a great one. I've been personally invested in myself, but why is it great? So they have emerged as a leader in therapeutics, particularly in diabetics and obesity and Alzheimer's disease treatments. This company's GLP-1 have demonstrated good efficiency, creating a significant market opportunity with robust pipeline and consistent investment in research and development. Eli Lilly is well positioned for sustained growth. And I do recommend looking at it. I mean, maybe break it down a little bit lower, maybe look at it from that 795 level. But with that being said, a lot of these investments, you can probably get 20% by the end of this year. Next one is Costco. I don't know if you guys don't know what Costco is, but it's basically you can buy things for pretty cheap and in bulk. And I know a lot of people that actually still use Costco to this day. Costco is a great one. So their membership-based warehouse model has demonstrated resilience and growth potential. The company's focus on providing high-quality products at competitive prices has fostered strong customer loyalty. With plans for international expansion and investment in e-commerce, Costco offers a blend of defensive characteristics and growth prospects. So Costco is a great one, and we were up at the highs of like 1,070. Right now we're at like $100 less, so you can see it break those highs. So you can make $100 per share minimum by the end of the year. So keep that in mind. Next one we're going to be talking about is Harmony Gold. So Harmony Gold has recently reached a 13-year high as investors seek safe havens amid inflation pressures and market uncertainties. The company's strong performance with a rating of 99 in steady sales and earnings growth makes it an attractive option for those looking for hedge against market volatility. So it is currently trading at 14 bucks, which is pretty cheap. And this could be a great long term. I mean, we were trading at that $12. We just raised $2. That's $2 per share. So you can make a decent amount of money with this, adding this to your long term. I do recommend waiting a little bit longer for this one. Maybe wait until it gets back down to that $12 level again. Maybe later on when markets become more stronger, this one would drop a little bit. So this is a great stock to look at long term and also short term. You could play some call options. And then when the market starts going up and the people are not investing in gold mining or gold, basically, you can play this stock downwards. Next one is Tesla. Okay. I mean, I got to talk about Tesla all the time. We are dying a little bit, but we have been looking pretty decent also at the same time. With that being said, I think once the markets start going back up, man, we can see the stock all the way up to the $400 level at minimum, and with the robots and just everything that they're doing, this stock is great to get into right now because it's early on. Robots aren't out yet. Autonomous driving isn't really fully out yet. The taxis aren't fully out yet, but there's so much things that Tesla is really doing. And I mean, I know a lot of people are hating on Elon Musk, but honestly, man, the company is great. Next one, last but not least, Palantir. Just because how strong Palantir holds, we did break below a lot. I mean, we had a big sell off on Friday. Everybody's seen that. Everybody was like, "Oh my god!" We broke below that $90 level. I have my average cost is $82 right now, and if it goes down even lower, I'm gonna dollar cost average because this one can get up to 150, 200, or even $300. People are saying. And just with how they run their company and everything that they're doing, Palantir is a great stock to get into. But with that being said, this is the ending of the top 7 stocks. So if you guys are here for that, you guys can go ahead and get out of here if you guys want. If not, we're going to talk about some news and things to expect for market next week. Support some resistance and give you guys some plays. So first off, Bitcoin on the edge. Will 82K support hold, or are we heading to 71,000? With that being said, this isn't really a live chart of Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is currently dying. And I mean, with every other stock, as you guys can see, like literally my watch list is red except for some decent stocks. But with that being said, we are almost at that 82,000, and we can even break down to like that $71,000 level, which is insane. And looking at Bitcoin, some stocks to look at is MSTR and Coinbase, and you can see Coinbase or MSTR at that $200 level maybe very soon, especially opening up on Monday. You might even see MSTR fall down and Bitcoin continues to fall down. So you could play a short-term short play on this and or a call option if it goes up. But honestly, I think if Bitcoin is crashing, man, I'm gonna get an MSTR, a put option, and that's what I recommend getting into. Next, SPY. Honestly, I think a key level for SPY is that 551 level. So look for that 551 and then that 549.6 level. And then down below that, I will start looking at that 548, 544, and then 540 is going to be a key level. So keep that in mind for SPY if you keep on selling off. I do recommend just waiting and see how it looks pre-market, and then if we're looking a little bit green, we get some good news over the weekend, we could see SPY go back up a little bit. But with that being said, I am looking at put options for Monday, but it really just depends. Overall, man, we've been pretty red with the market overall on Friday. And then if we look at it from the weekly, we're looking okay with some stocks like Apple. Apple's still doing decent. Visa, Costco, like I said before, and then Tesla. Tesla is doing decent. We kind of had a little bit of a climb back, but we can see Tesla back down to like that 260 to that 250 level if markets are looking uncertain some more. So keep that in mind overall. And let's get to some other news. We don't have too much news. I think tomorrow's videos is going to come out with more news and what to expect more. But I just want to give you guys some plays and just have you guys ready. But gold surges past $3,100. So basically, gold has just been breaking new highs with this uncertainty. So keep gold on your mind and on your radar. If you guys are invested in any of the mining companies like I mentioned before or anything like that, we are going to be seeing some volatility to the upside. With that being said, some movers. So we do got NVIDIA at a strong buy. Ford is a decent stock to look at, especially if you want to play some short-term plays. We're down 2%. And yeah, Tesla's looking decent. Palantir, like I said before, we're dying down a little bit. I will look at it at that $80 level. And if we go below that, I'm going to try to load up at $75 to that 70 for a long term. And then Neo has been on this list for a little bit. But yeah, with that being said, some other stocks to look at, man. I'm gonna be looking at Apple because Apple is kind of strong, but we're still kind of dying down. But we were kind of green for a little bit, and even with that little bit of a sell off, we've been kind of green. But Friday just kind of ended it. With that being said, I will look at it from the downside. I'll look at that 216 level first, 212. 210, 208.4, and then that 204, and then that 200 level for Apple. We are pretty low and we're at a pretty low point. So I would be very, very patient with Apple. But with that being said, we did break new lows recently, and we might break below those lows later on. So keep that in mind for Apple because we might continue dying down. Google just has been very, very bearish. I would be looking at that 150 to that 140. If we keep on dying down, going up 160 and 164.8. With that being said, man, good luck with trading next week. Be careful because April 2nd can really change the markets. We might be like, a little bit volatile on April 2nd and then just let people adjust. But with that being said, man, tariffs and everything dragging down the markets right now, war news. We did get some peace a little bit with Russia and Ukraine, but it kind of got overlooked with the tariffs and just a lot of things going on with the market. I recommend just having patience, man, and have a stop loss, especially in this time of trading, because literally, man, you could scope out a decent trade. Markets, charts will look good, VWAP will look good, everything will look good, and you could still be on the wrong side of the trade. So please have stop losses. If you haven't used them before, man, just give it a try. You don't want to lose more money than you've been gaining. With that being said, smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. Comment down below some of the stocks that you guys are looking at, and maybe I'll include them in the next video. Peace out.